Li- Living with a cross-dressing husband is a journey, and like any journey, it's filled with challenges, but also surprising and beautiful moments. Today, we're going to take a really honest look at the pros, the cons, and the unexpected joys that can come with this unique and often misunderstood marriage dynamic. It's a path many walk in silence, so let's bring it into the light. 1. The first and most significant hurdles for many wives isn't the cross-dressing itself. It's the secrecy that often surrounds it. 2. Imagine discovering that the person you share your life with has been hiding a fundamental part of themselves, sometimes for years, even decades. That discovery can feel like a profound betrayal. It shakes the very foundation of the relationship. The immediate reaction isn't about the clothes. It's about the broken trust. What else don't I know? Have I been living a lie? These are the questions that echo in the quiet moments. Rebuilding that trust is a slow, deliberate process. It requires patience, open conversations, and a commitment from both partners to create a new foundation built on total honesty. It doesn't happen overnight, but it is possible. Once the secret is out, an emotional rollercoaster often begins. It's completely normal for a wife to feel a whirlwind of emotions. There can be confusion. What does this even mean? Is he gay? Does he want to transition into a woman? These are common and valid questions. There can be anger, rooted in the feeling of being deceived. And there's often fear of the unknown, fear for the future of the marriage, and a significant fear of social judgment. What will our families think? Our friends? Our neighbors? These aren't just abstract worries. They are real pressures that can feel incredibly isolating. It's crucial to acknowledge that all of these feelings are valid. They need to be felt, expressed, and respected, not dismissed. This emotional processing is a critical part of the journey. Let's be direct about the cons, because they are real and can put an immense strain on a marriage. Cross-dressing can become a source of ongoing conflict. You might find yourselves arguing about things you never imagined: closet space, the budget for clothes and makeup, or boundaries around when and where he can dress. Public presentation becomes a major point of negotiation. Is this something that stays within the four walls of your home, or does it extend to the outside world? The fear of judgment from family, friends, or even strangers can create a constant, low-level anxiety. For some couples, the stress is simply too much. The conflicts become insurmountable, the emotional gap widens, and sadly, some marriages don't survive. It's a difficult reality, but an important one to acknowledge. But here's the part of the story that rarely gets told: the surprising and often hidden positives. For many couples who navigate this successfully, something incredible happens. The act of revealing such a deeply held secret, while initially painful, can pave the way for a new level of intimacy. When all the cards are on the table, there's a raw honesty that can bring two people closer than ever before. Many wives report that their husbands, in exploring their feminine side, become more empathetic, more emotionally available, and more sensitive partners. The rigid, traditional gender roles that can sometimes stifle a relationship begin to break down. This shared vulnerability and newfound understanding can create a bond that is stronger, deeper, and more authentic than what they had before. This breaking down of gender barriers can fundamentally change the entire dynamic of the relationship for the better. When a husband embraces and expresses his femininity, it often gives both partners permission to be more fluid in their roles. Suddenly, conversations about feelings aren't so the emotional labor of the relationship becomes more balanced. Household chores and childcare might be shared more equitably, not based on outdated expectations, but on partnership. Many wives are genuinely surprised and delighted to discover a softer, more caring, and more expressive side to their husbands. This isn't about him becoming less of a man. It's about him becoming more of a whole person. This evolution can make him a more attentive and connected partner, enriching the relationship in ways neither of them expected. Of course, none of these positive outcomes happened by magic. The secret ingredient, the absolute non-negotiable, is communication. Continuous, open, and sometimes difficult communication is the bedrock of making this work. Couples need to sit down and have frank discussions about boundaries. When is cross-dressing okay? Is it a private activity for him alone, something you share as a couple, or something to be shared with trusted friends, is it just at home, or other occasions where he might dress in public? Setting these clear, mutually agreed upon rules is essential. It prevents misunderstandings, avoids resentment from building up, and is the key to maintaining and rebuilding trust. Honesty has to be a two-way street. Navigating this journey alone can feel overwhelming, which is why support systems are so incredibly important. You are not the only couple going through this. There are countless online communities, forums, and in-person support groups specifically for crossdressers and their partners. Connecting with others who share your experience can be transformative. For wives, hearing other women's stories validates their feelings and makes them feel less isolated. For husbands, it helps alleviate the shame and guilt they may have carried for years. Professional therapy, either for individuals or as a couple, can also provide a safe space to work through complex emotions and develop healthy coping strategies. Finding your community can turn what feels like a private struggle into a shared journey of growth and understanding. So, if you're a wife who is just beginning to navigate this, here is some advice. First and foremost, remember, his cross-dressing is not a reflection on you. It isn't about him wanting to replace you or loving you any less. It is about him needing to express a complex and integral part of his own identity. Give yourself permission to feel everything, the anger, the confusion, the fear. Your feelings are valid. But also, if you can, give yourself permission to learn. Be curious, ask questions. And most importantly, go at your own pace. You don't have to understand or accept everything overnight. This is your journey, too. And for the husbands, a word of advice for you. Patience is everything. Your wife is processing a major revelation that may challenge everything she thought she knew about you and your life together. You cannot demand or expect instant acceptance. Your job is to provide constant reassurance. Tell her and show her that she is still the center of your world, that you love her, and that the core of who you are as her partner has not changed. Your consistency, your kindness, and your willingness to listen will do more to calm her fears and rebuild trust than anything else you can say or do. This is a time for empathy and unwavering support for her feelings. Living with a cross-dressing husband is rarely simple. It's a complex path with real challenges that require courage, patience, and a whole lot of love. But it can also be a meaningful, rewarding, and even beautiful experience. It can lead to a partnership that is more honest, more empathetic, and more deeply connected. If both partners are willing to face the challenges head-on and embrace the surprises together, it can be a journey of profound personal and relational growth. Remember, you are not alone in this thing. Thank you so much for watching and for allowing us to have this important conversation. If this video resonated with you, please give it a thumbs up and share your thoughts respectfully in the comments below. Don't forget to subscribe and hit that notification bell so you won't miss our future discussions. See you next time.